Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And I gotta tell you, man, as of this video, we have dropped 2 straight to the Memphis Grizzlies. And I didn't want to rush and make a video. I really wanted to sit back and think about what I was going to produce. And I really came to the conclusion that it's a possibility now. And stay with me, a possibility that the Derrick White situation has kind of thrown off the Spurs mojo. It's probably temporary, but I think Derrick White coming back has kind of thrown everyone off their rhythm. You know, the rotations are kind of weird, and I think he might be the reason why we're struggling a little bit right now. And I know most of you are laughing at me because of that. I know that some of you are looking at me like Gary Coleman right now.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
I even know that some of you want to straight body slam me right now.
Oh my goodness!
And shoot, it's one fan in particular on Real Spurs Talk on Facebook that is probably speeding my way as of right now.
Oh, we beating them down. We beating them down.
And I get it, man. I honestly get it. But I promise you I come in peace. This isn't a video to divide Spurs Nation. This isn't a video to complain about Derrick White. I think he's a hell of a good player, man. I think we need him. But as of right now, I think temporarily he's throwing off the mojo. And the Spurs coaching staff have to figure out a way to get the mojo back. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, so just to start off, to reiterate, I'm not bashing Derrick White. I think the Spurs need him. I'm glad he got his big contract. This isn't a Murray versus White video, I promise. But I will say this. I feel like the Spurs have too many guards. And the issue is going to only get worse. It's getting bigger by the game. And the reason why it's getting bigger is in the bubble and in the past, Derrick White has always been the better scorer. You get what I'm saying? Well, to be honest with you, he's the better scorer now. Okay. Only person that scores the basketball better than Derrick White, is a better volume scorer than Derrick White on the Spurs right now, is DeMar DeRozan. But see, before the bubble and even in the bubble, Derrick White was miles ahead of Murray, miles ahead of Lonnie Walker offensively. This isn't the same team, guys. You get what I'm saying? Think about the leaps and bounds Murray and Walker have made alone this season. These first 20 games, both of their games have become a lot better. Now, I would still give Derrick White the edge offensively, but the gap isn't as big as it used to be. You know, Derrick White, he'll have a hot game, drop 23, 24. You get what I'm saying? And Murray will have 8 points. These days, Murray is the person getting the 20 points per game. Murray is the person getting the triple doubles. Murray is the person, you know, averaging 15, 16, 17 points a game. So it's a different team. So like Derrick White, although I do think we need him, but Derrick White is a scorer. He's out there to score. He doesn't get us a whole lot of assists. You get what I'm saying? He's a better thinker than Murray at the point guard. But if you look at the numbers, his assist numbers aren't that amazing. He's not going to get us a whole lot of rebounds. You get what I'm saying? And with the offensive gap between Murray and Derrick shrinking, as of this video, now, don't get me wrong, Derrick might drop, you know, 200 points in the next 4 games. I don't know. But as of right now, the gap isn't necessarily big enough for him to take away Murray's starting position. You get what I'm saying? The gap isn't big enough between Derrick White and Lonnie Walker for Lonnie Walker to get DNPs and stay on the bench. So this team is very different. So when you bring Derrick White back and you have like a Murray that's averaging 30, 31 minutes, drop down to 26. You have, you know, Lonnie Walker averaging 25, 26, 27 minutes, and he drops down to what? I think he had 15 the other night. And don't get me wrong, I understand foul trouble was a factor one game with Murray. I understand it was a blowout, you know, some garbage time in the second game or whatnot. But even with the rotations during the game, it was like when someone got a rhythm, you know, Pop was pulling them out. You get what I'm saying? Before they can catch a rhythm, or even sometimes when they had one, it just wasn't as cohesive as it usually has been. You know, even with Patty Mills is playing less minutes. You get what I'm saying? So I understand the dilemma, and I'm not even necessarily complaining, because what are you going to do? You going to put Derrick White on the bench? Heck no, you're not going to do that. But on offense, the Spurs just looked out of sync, man. Like no one could really get it going in the guard rim. Like even DeRozan was kind of struggling a little bit. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with him. And I'm not putting everything on White. I don't want to come across like I'm putting everything on White, but it just feels like it feels real congested, real crowded. You get what I'm saying? When before, in years past, it wasn't that congested because Lonnie Walker wasn't playing as well. Murray wasn't playing as well. And then don't even forget about Vassell. Goodness gracious. Vassell, we've been gushing over Vassell and his defense and his steals and his lack of turnovers for like 5, 6, 7, 8 games. And then Derrick White comes back and Vassell plays 5 minutes. You get what I'm saying? Vassell plays 12 minutes. Most of it garbage time. You get what I'm saying? The next game. So it's like, oh man, it's kind of killing the rhythm a little bit. You get what I'm saying? So the Spurs just have to figure out something they can do. And another thing, before I get too far into the video, I've been ranting and raving. I understand the Spurs have been losing to the Grizzlies more because of defense than offense. You get what I'm saying? We know the interior defense is lackluster. You get what I'm saying? That trickles down to the perimeter defense because you got a bunch of players like Morant that know no one's in the middle, so they're going to push the issue to get to the middle. So that's one of the major problems with the Spurs. I mentioned it in all other videos. You get what I'm saying? And you see the congested rotation. Do you make a trade like a DeRozan? You get what I'm saying? To get bigs, which we really need. You get what I'm saying? Do you trade a White? Do you trade a Murray to get bigs, what the team really needs? Or do you wait till the draft? That is something, you know, the Spurs I just don't have to think about or worry about. You know, they're in the rebuilding stage, so they can afford to wait. But you don't want to lose DeRozan for nothing. You don't want to lose LaMarcus for nothing. So these are some questions they really need to start thinking about. Because let's just take it back to Derrick White. Let's be pro Derrick White for a second. Shouldn't a player like Derrick White be able to play 32, 33, 34 minutes a game when he's needed? He's better than playing 23 minutes a game, and that's what he's getting right now. And I'm sure that's because of his injury. But with everybody else playing, he's not going to get much more than that because it's too congested. Doesn't Murray, has he earned the right to keep his 30, 31 minutes per game so far? These are questions you got to answer because the game is about rhythm. They need a rhythm, guys. And you got all this young talent, and they going to the bench when they're not tired. The guys don't even look winded when they go to the bench because you got these young guys, 23, 24, 25, that can run 38 minutes per game if they needed to, and you're playing them almost a quarter less than that. 26 minutes a game, 27 minutes a game. That's not really productive. I think these guys are at the stage of their career where you got to give them consistent minutes so they can build their brand, so they can build themselves as a player. You know, this isn't the 2014 Spurs where they had a gang of veterans that were injury prone and you had to keep them fresh and you had to play every player, you know, under 30 minutes and you had to keep the rotation long. No, this is a different era, a different team, younger players. You get what I'm saying? And the Spurs have significant holes on this team. If it was a championship team and we were just crowded, then cool. Just play your 24 minutes and shut the hell up. That's why I would say. But we're in a rebuilding stage and we got serious holes at the power forward, at the center. Keldon Johnson has been playing great, but he is not a power forward, guys. You get what I'm saying? So we got to really think long and hard about this guard situation. And it's not really an easy answer. So this is a pretty long video for me. I guess what I'm trying to say is that for Derrick White, for Murray, for Vassell to thrive, you get what I'm saying? They're gonna probably have to move on from one of the veterans, whether that's DeRozan, whether that's Patty, and kind of focus on the big men to fill out the team a little bit more smoothly, because they have maybe one player too many if we're trying to play these guys 30 plus minutes. You get what I'm saying? That's what this whole video is about. It's not about bashing White or demanding a trade. It's kind of stating the obvious and just kind of ranting a little bit just about the slasher thing. We got so many slashers on this team. We need more shooters, more size. You get what I'm saying? Maybe more decision making. The Spurs have their work cut out for them, and no matter what they decide to do, man, I'm gonna be a fan forever. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Check out the other videos on the channel. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this topic. Try to go easy on your boy, man. I'm just talking, man, not bashing no particular player, just talking. Alright guys, peace.